What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, and we're going back to the world of She Hulk, Volume 2. Sensational She Hulk this time. And I love this cover. Yeah, it's your second chance. If you don't buy the book this time, she's gonna come and rip up all your X-Men. You gotta love a period piece, y'all. This came out in 1989. So let's roll on with She Hulk, second chance. Now, at this point, all the characters, the original characters, kind of moved on, disappeared, I guess. They're kind of just doing a reboot. They're starting over, and she's right now hiding out of the circus. Yeah, at the circus, kind of making her money, following in her cousin's footsteps, and also trying to figure out what she's going to do as She Hulk, how she's going to make some money, how she's going to keep her identity, and more importantly, how she's not going to turn into Bruce. But Bruce also took a job like this back in the day when he was first starting out as the Hulk, as a circus attraction. Didn't last too long because of the way that Hulk's personality shift. And as she's walking to the back after she demonstrated her strength, someone hypnotizes her out of nowhere. The Ringmaster, yes, an old school Spider-Man villain from back in the day. And yes, she's tranced. She's lost in it, and yet he wants to push it further. He has an idea on how to make some good money, like every thief, I guess, in the world. And yet, someone watches from the shadows, the background. Someone has plans for She-Hulk, and they want to make sure that their plans come to fruition, so they must stop this Ringmaster from taking her. Meanwhile, the Ringmaster basically has She-Hulk explain her origin, where she came from. And she goes on to explain the gamma bomb. Bruce invented it. He went out to save some kid named Rick Jones. The explosion hit and he became the Hulk. And I love how it's the gray Hulk at first, because originally he was gray. And then it explains how, like in the first issue of Savage She-Hulk, Bruce came to her with legal advice. She ended up getting shot. He did a blood transfusion, and she became the She-Hulk. So it gives you a quick overview of what happened the first issue, and now they're kind of wondering what they're going to do with her, and they hire a makeup artist to come in and paint every inch of her and turn her into the Glamazon. What a lucky, lucky man. I would have loved to be that makeup artist. Just to paint every inch of her like that. God, man, that is art right there. Anyways, they're marveling on how he outdid himself. And of course, the other redhead comes in, a little jealous. But they figure out a way to make money with the Glamazon. That's what they're calling her right now. And basically, they're having a show, and the hypnotized She-Hulk, aka Glamazon, is just basically lifting the audience up, and everyone's surprised, Everyone's a little worried, but the Ringmaster has other plans for them. Yes, he uses his hat and hypnotizes the crowd. And this is just a way to get money from them. This is a way to exploit them. This is a way to take them for everything they have. And this is basically a traveling circus where he goes around ripping people off. And so, of course, she shakes them on their side, and they dump all their money out. And this is kind of like a classic cartoon where she just dumps them on their side, everything spills out. They have no idea what's going on. They're still hypnotized. The Ringmaster's happy because he just hit a big payday, and he also has Glamazon, his newest attraction. But She-Hulk is not to be played with. And they give a demonstration of her strength, and she just destroys this wagon at the behest of the Ringmaster, of course, because she's still under the influence, under the spell. But someone's going to stop that. The Headman. And he takes the head of an ape and the body of an ape and sneaks into the circus. Yes, this man can switch heads, believe it or not. And basically they're arguing about what they're going to do about the Glamazon. An ape gets loose and they send She-Hulk or the Glamazon after the ape. And the ape, of course, is just throwing stuff, trying to get She-Hulk's attention, trying to get her away from the ringmaster for just a second, just long enough for the ape to jump up, grab the ringmaster's hat, use the hat, and then turn the glamazon loose on the ringmaster. And of course, She-Hulk pops out of it, and Jennifer is extremely pissed. She's pissed off that some dude actually painted her from the feet all the way up, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of turned her into a bad guy. And basically, everyone in the circus is trying to run away. She-Hulk is having none of that. She grabs some of the bars from the cage, throws them up in the air, boom, 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 makes a little cage for him. Of course, the cops are coming, and she does not want to explain what just happened. So she decides that she needs to take off. Discretion is the better part of valor, especially when you're a Hulk, living in this age, if you know what I'm saying. So she takes off, meets one of her cop friends, and she manages to scrub all that paint off of her. Man, she looked good like that, but damn, she's better when she's green, if you know what I'm saying. And now she's going to have a small talk with the ringmaster. And basically the ringmaster, just kind of goes over why he did it, what he wanted to do, and this ape coming out of nowhere and stopping them, which they both think is weird. Now this guy, of course, comes back in, he takes the head off, and you find out that he's a human with a gorilla's body, and he's the headman. And yes, this cabaret of freaks is after She-Hulk. They want her. They're going to experiment on her. They need her for something. And what will this gaggle of freaks do with her? What are their plans? Well, we'll find out the next time, won't we? And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah!